groan, it's because my knee is acting up, and walking up and down these steps has been a dilly. But I want to welcome you all today for our Christmas program. Pastor Jack got called to the nursing home over in Halstead to take care of one of the parishioners that needed to be seen, Harriet Hovland, who is not well, and so I said that's far more important to have the minister there. So I welcome you. I'm Brenda Wagner, and I want to thank Gigi Solsing for probably, between her and I think we've been doing this 16, 17 years. And if anybody ever wants to come and do it and take over, more power to you. But I thank her for doing that. I thank the kids. You know, when we had practice last Sunday, there weren't very many that knew their parts. When we had practice the Wednesday before, there were very few that knew their parts. This Wednesday when we had our practice, I would say 80 to 90% of them knew their parts. Yesterday, everybody did. So I'm challenging them to continue on because they don't get their books. It's now. So we want to thank everyone, the teachers, the Sunday school teachers, anybody that has helped with this, parents that have volunteered and been there to do crowd control. I appreciate it. And, you know, this year we didn't do any costumes or anything because the kids said, we don't have to wear those, do we? And I know what that's like. You know, the older we get, the more we don't like doing those things. But we're going to bring them in because they're anxious to come and tell their stories. And I encourage you to please sing along with the songs that it says sing along with, because we need help. And that way the kids know where they're supposed to be. So thank you, everyone, for coming. This is a story about when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea. It's a story about lights.
Christmas lights.
It's a true story, and it happened over 2,000 years ago.
Before I was born.
And before I was born. And even before your grandpas and grandmas were born.
Really long time ago.
As everyone knows, Mary and Joseph took a long trip on a donkey to get to Bethlehem. And while they were there, baby Jesus was born. A huge choir of angels in a bright light appeared to some shepherds nearby, and they started singing. One of the angels told the shepherds to leave their flocks of sheep and go see the baby. So they left their sheep and they ran all the way to Bethlehem. No more. When they saw the baby, they knew that this was a very special baby. Mary had a little. The shepherds stayed as long as they could, but finally it was time for them to leave. So they said goodbye to Mary, Joseph, and the baby. Then the shepherds went back to their fields and flocks, praising God. After a few days, Mary and Joseph took baby Jesus to the temple in Jerusalem. And while they were there was an old man named Simeon who took baby Jesus in his arms and said, "He is the light that will shine upon the nations, and he will be the glory of your people Israel." Mary and Joseph were so amazed. And then a prophetess named Anna, who was very, very old, came along, and she also began thanking God for the baby, along with Simeon. She said that Jesus was the Messiah that the Jews had been waiting for hundreds of years. Mary and Joseph were even more amazed. About that time, some wise men from the east noticed a very bright star shining in the sky. They figured out that it must be the star of the newborn king. So they left their home and they followed it for about 2 years.
Like a diamond in the
when they finally got to Jerusalem, they looked high and they looked low. But they didn't find the baby. So the wise men went to King Herod to see if he knew anything. Ready? Now, King Herod was not a very nice man. He did bad things.
Shame on him!
He was jealous.
Shame on him!
And he lied.
Shame on him!
He told the wise men to keep looking for the newborn king, and when they found him, to come back and tell him, so that he could go worship him too. But what he really wanted to do was to kill baby Jesus.
Shame on him!
He was very bad.
Shame on him!
Well, the wise men left King Herod, and the star appeared to them again. It led them straight to a house in Bethlehem, where they found baby Jesus. As soon as they saw him, they knelt down and they worshiped him. And then they had a birthday party.
With presents! Happy birthday, baby Jesus! Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah!
The wise men gave baby Jesus gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And when they left to return to their own land, God told them in a dream not to go back to King Herod. So they didn't, and the baby was safe.
Yay!
And now, because Jesus was born on that very first Christmas so long ago, we have the light of his love in our lives today. And that's what Christmas lights are really all about. Light from the angels, light from the star that led the wise men to see baby Jesus in Bethlehem, and of course, baby Jesus, because he is the light of the world. Okay, we're gonna try this. Yesterday didn't go so well. We're gonna try to see if they know who they are today. Okay. Elliot, come on. And you're gonna say what? Who are you? And you're gonna say what?
Merry Christmas.
Who are you? Elliot? Are you Elliot? Can you say Elliot?
Alright.
Okay, we're get lower and lower. Find mom. Okay, Maverick. Who are you?
Merry.
What do you say?
Merry Christmas.
Okay, Miles.
I don't want.
Okay. Jaden. Who are you?
Jaden.
What do you say?
Merry Christmas.
Good job. Hudson.
Hi. Merry Christmas.
Who are you?
Hudson.
Okay, just checking. Griff. Parker. Parker.
Merry Christmas.
Who are you?
Parker.
Parker. Okay, Aria.
Arya. Merry Christmas.
Good job.
Tarzan. Michael. Bravo. Merry Christmas.
Okay, Hazel.
Hazel. Merry Christmas.
Good job. Griffin. Griffin.
Griffin. Merry Christmas.
Good job. Dane. Gage, follow along.
Merry Christmas.
Who are you?
Dane Kappas.
Dane Kappas. Come on. Who are you?
Gage.
What do you say?
Christmas kiss.
Mary. Bennett.
Bennett. Merry Christmas.
Claire, you want to come? Claire, you can come. Okay,
Claire. Merry Christmas.
thank you. Lucas, follow along.
Lucas. Merry Christmas. Maya. Merry Christmas. Jackson. Merry Christmas.
Okay, Reagan.
Reagan. Merry Christmas. Riley. Merry Christmas. Blake. Merry Christmas.
Good job. Okay, come on. Adeline, Haley, Peyton.
Killer Kate Trout. Merry Christmas. Alan. Merry Christmas. Haley. Merry Christmas. Peyton. Merry Christmas. Eric. Merry Christmas. Canberra. Merry Christmas. Nora. Merry Christmas. Riley Rue. Merry Christmas. Brianna Myers. Merry Christmas. Maddie. Merry Christmas. Tanner. Merry Christmas. Connell. Merry Christmas. Lacey. Merry Christmas.
Good job.
Take a look all around this beautiful time of year, and chances are you see beautiful colors of Christmas everywhere.
The colors of Christmas, they're celebrated inside and outside our homes, around our shopping malls, and even the funny stories we are asked or made to wear.
Yet if you look closely enough and stop for a few moments to consider these brilliant colors of Christmas can help retell the story of the birth of Christ.
Let us now take a journey and unfold the colors of Christmas with both our eyes and our imaginations.
Gold, it's the glimmering color on ribbons, bows, and packages.
It might be the color seen on top of a Christmas tree, or the color of church bells ringing a loud, festive melody for all to hear.
Gold, it's also the color that reminds us of the angels who made the amazing announcement in the sky that first Christmas night.
And the angels said unto them, Fear not, behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy that shall be to all people.
For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the baby wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in the manger.
And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. The little town of Bethlehem may never be the same again.
The color green. During the season, it can remind us of holy leaves, ivy, and Christmas wreaths.
It also reminds us of Christmas trees in every home, all brightly decorated with homemade ornaments.
It can also bring to mind of the grassy hillside of Bethlehem where the shepherds were watching their flock the night of the angel's announcement.
And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night.
And it came to pass, as the angels were gone from them into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, Let us now even go to Bethlehem and see this thing which has come to pass.
Green, we see it in our wreaths and our trees, but also within the journeys of the shepherds who worship and rejoice at the manger.
of snowflakes, cinnamon, and the fun of throwing a snowball. The color of blue can remind us of a favorite ornament or of a strand of shimmering and flashing lights on a tree.
White and blue, the absence of a bright star sky over Bethlehem that led the wise men on the long journey to Jesus.
Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that's born King of the Jews? We have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him.
When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. When they were come to the house, they saw a young child with Mary and fell down and worshipped him.
White and blue like the wise men may seek after Christ's child too.
In the manger, no crib for a bed. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. The candle glowing, the baby awakes. But little Lord Jesus, no crying he makes. I love thee, Lord Jesus, look down from the sky and stay by thy cradle till morning is night. Be near me, Lord Jesus, I ask thee to stay close by me forever and love me, I pray. Bless all the dear children in thy tender care, and stay by thy cradle till morning is light, and sing thy Lord of heaven to live with thee there.
The color of red you see in the stripes of delicious candy canes and the petals of beautiful poinsettias.
Red, it's seen in festal color berries and is known as the brightly colored nose of our favorite little reindeer. Mixed with many other colors, red just might be the most vibrant and utilized color of all Christmas.
When we flip through the pages of the Bible, we can even see letters in red. These are the words of Christ. They are there to remind us of the sacrifice for us on the cross. He came to us as the Christ, child born in a manger, but later gave his life so that we could be with him in heaven forever.
For God so who loved the world, he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
Color of salvation, the red that makes us see, the words that Jesus told us, the blood that set us free.
Gold, green, white, blue, and red, all around the world. Christmas is filled with these festive and vibrant colors. Over and over, these colors tell us a story that has literally changed the world.
And the words in red, the red letters of Christ, they still speak to us today. This season, look for the story of Christ as you look all around. Let the magnificent colors of Christmas remind you of the true meaning of the season.
For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but through him the world might be saved. The colors of Christmas, they tell a story, a red letter Christmas.
That is our Christmas programs for this year. And we thank you again for coming to listen to your children, your grandchildren, whoever it is that you are here to watch. I hope and I pray that your Christmas will be special with families and friends and people who are maybe strangers to us, but that we don't forget the meaning of Christmas, and that is the birth of the Christ child. It's not Santa Claus. It's not all the stuff that's in the stores down in Fargo-Moorhead or any place. It's the birth of Christ. And we need to remember that, because sometimes I really think, and this is my own opinion, that we really lose track of what Christmas is all about. And it is the birth of Christ. And I hope that these kids will always remember that too, that Christmas is not Santa Claus and opening presents. It's about the birth of Christ. Okay, so we wish everybody a Merry Christmas. 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas.
And I'll see if these guys know their names. Okay, Allison.
Do we say our last name? Allison Bergman. Merry Christmas. Kira Hagerberg. Merry Christmas. Aiden Peterson. Merry Christmas. Olivia Hanson. Merry Christmas. Avery Johnson. Merry Christmas. Andy Myers. Merry Christmas.
Melena Severson, Merry Christmas.
Brody Mensch. Merry Christmas.
Ava Larson, Merry Christmas.
Anders Tingham. Merry Christmas.
Austin Dragon, Merry Christmas.
Sarah Podzinski, Merry Christmas.
Bree Brandt. Merry Christmas.
Don't be so happy.
Morgan Rue. Merry Christmas.
I didn't even hear you.
David Prodzinski. Merry Christmas.
Carson DeVos, Merry Christmas.
Billy Rush. Merry Christmas.
Elias Trout, Merry Christmas.
Caleb Carlson. Merry Christmas.
Brennan Fedding, Merry Christmas.
Brielle Engelson, Merry Christmas.
Caden Carlson. Merry Christmas.
Alex Tinger, Merry Christmas.
Isabel Markson. Merry Christmas.
Morgan Ingle, Merry Christmas.
Adrena Egan. Merry Christmas.
Kayla Hanson, Merry Christmas.
Morgan Smart. Merry Christmas. Tristan Manriquez. Merry Christmas.
Callie Solsing, Merry Christmas.
And the last thing I did forget is if there are any men that would like to help put these risers away and platforms again, oh gosh, that'd be appreciated. Thanks. Merry Christmas.